अध्याय 18 श्लोक 66. Let us continue the Bhashya. यत्तु उक्तं श्रुति प्रामाण्यात् इति तत् न तत्प्रामाण्यस्य अदृष्टविषयत्वात् प्रत्यक्षादिप्रमाणानुपलब्धेः विषये अग्निहोत्रादि साध्यसाधनसम्बन्धे श्रुतेः प्रामाण्यं न प्रत्यक्षादिविषये अदृष्टदर्शन अर्थविषयत्वात् प्रामाण्यस्य प्रमाणस्य तस्मात् न दृष्टमिथ्याज्ञाननिमित्तस्य अहं प्रत्ययस्य देहादिसंघाते गौणत्वं कल्पयितुं शक्यम्. Purvapakshi is trying to establish that the I identification with the body, etc., is gauna. It is not mithya. Then Siddhanti refuted it with certain arguments. It is not gauna, it is mithya. This is Siddhanti's contention. Then Purvapakshi is again trying to justify his point. On account of Shruti Pramana, we should accept it as gauna. What is the Shruti Pramana? The Shruti talks about the karma phala after death, Swargadi phala. Based on this, we can make an arthapatti. It is not possible otherwise, without the Atma being different from the body. So with the arthapatti, a karmi also understands that he is not the body, etc. Only then he will be performing the vihita karmas. He is performing the vihita karmas in order to attain Swargadi phala. The Swargadi phala is not possible if he is really the body. Therefore, if he is doing the Swargadi, if he is doing the karma to attain Swargadi phala, that means he is aware of the existence of the Atma, which is different from the body. Therefore, his identification with the body, etc., is not mithya abhimana. Definitely it is not mukhya. Definitely it is not mithya also, because he knows that he is different from the body based on Sutarthapatti. Therefore, it should be accepted as Gauna. Thus, based on the Shruti, Purvapakshi is contending that the identification with the body, etc., is Gauna. Then Siddhanti says it is not so. First of all, even if there is a direct Shruti Vakya which says Dehadi Abhimana is Gauna, we would not have accepted. Because any Shruti Vakya cannot contradict our direct experience. Now, in this case, there is no direct Shruti Vakya also. Dehadishu aham pratyayah gaunaha. Purvapakshi does not have any direct Shruti Vakya to say that. It is based on Shruta Arthapatti. An Arthapatti based on certain Shruti Vakya, it is argued. Now, Siddhanti says, even if you have a direct Shruti Vakya which says Dehadishu aham pratyayah gaunaha, we would not have accepted, because that Shruti Vakya would have contradicted our experience, our pratyaksha. If a Shruti Vakya contradicts our pratyaksha, then the Shruti Vakya cannot be taken as a pramana. For example, if a Shruti says fire is cold, we cannot accept. Fire is cold, Veda says, so you have to accept. We cannot accept, because in whatever is available through pratyaksha pramana, in the domain of pratyaksha pramana, Shruti is not a pramana. Its domain is different. That is the idea. Bhashyakara is explaining Yattu Uktam, what was told by the Purvapakshi earlier. What? Shruti Pramanyat iti. Shruti Pramanyat. See, earlier he has told Adrishta Vishaya Chodana Pramanyat. There he has mentioned this idea, Purvapakshi. So, Shruti Pramanyat, on account of Shruti Pramana. So, there is no direct Shruti Pramana to say that the Atma Pratyaya is Gauna. The I identification is Gauna. There is no direct Shruti Pramana. Then what? There is an Arthapatti Pramana. Even that Arthapatti is a two-stage Arthapatti. See, first of all, a karmi, one who is performing the karma, even he knows through Arthapatti. The Shruti talks about a Swarga after death. That means there is an Atma which transcends the body. The karmi does the Arthapatti, first of all. Then this person who is talking about the karmi, he is telling about the karmi. What is his identification with the body? Purvapakshi is talking about another person who is doing the karma. So he knows that he is not the body. How? Through Arthapati. Because without knowing that he is not the body, he would not have performed the karma. Because without knowing he is not the body, he would not have faith in Swarga, etc. Therefore, he knows that he is not the body. Therefore, his identification with the body is Gauna. This person is dead. Therefore, it is a second level Arthapatti. The first Arthapatti is done by the Karmi himself. Then the Arthapatti is done by this Purvapakshi, who is talking about a Karmi. He knows that he is not the body, because otherwise he will not do karma for going to Swarga. Therefore, his identification with the body is Gauna. Now, there is no direct Shruti Vakya. It is based on such a Shruta Arthapatti, Purvapakshi's contention. Now, here, certain things are not told directly in the Bhashya in this context, but we should understand one thing. We should understand the proper view of the Siddhanta here. See, what is the understanding of a karmi? A karmi has to know that he is not the body. Otherwise, he won't be able to do karma for going to Swarga, etc. Because if he does not know he is not the body, who will go to Swarga? Therefore, in order to perform the Shastriya karma, he should have the understanding of an Atma which transcends the body. This is true. In that case, is his identification with the body Gauna? It is not Gauna, we say. Because the identification with the body is known, experienced. He is not aware of the difference between himself and the body. Yeah, here we should know. Yeah, the solution for this is the knowledge that he is not the body. It is paroksha jnana. The knowledge that I am not the body is a paroksha jnana. Whereas his identification with the body, it is aparoksha, pratyaksha. A paroksha jnana cannot remove a pratyaksha bhrama. A paroksha jnana cannot remove a pratyaksha bhrama. That is why, despite understanding based on the Shastra that he is not the body, his experience of identification with the body continues. The pratyaksha bhrama of the identification with the body continues. That is why we can say that his identification with the body is not mithya, not gauna, it is mithya. That is our answer to Purvapakshi, which is not told in the Bhashya. Here, it is discussed elsewhere. Because we have to answer this question. If he knows that he is not the body, then how can he have the mithya abhimana with the body? The mithya abhimana, it is a pratyaksha bhrama. The pratyaksha brahma is not destroyed by a paroksha jnana. For example, the earth is flat. This is our pratyaksha brahma. We are experiencing this directly. When we study the earth is a globe, it is paroksha for us. We are not experiencing. So the paroksha jnana does not destroy a pratyaksha brahma. Only a aparoksha jnana can remove an aparoksha brahma. Pratyaksha means aparoksha. So only a pratyaksha jnana, an aparoksha jnana can remove an aparoksha brahma. That is the Siddhanta. That is one point we have to understand outside this Bhashya. And another point also we should understand, that is, a karmi knows that he is not the sthula sharira. The difference between himself and the sthula sharira is understood by a karmi. But the difference between him and sukshma sharira and karana sharira is not understood. He does not understand that he is the Atma who is free from kartrutva, bhoktrutva, etc. That knowledge he does not have. That means he understands is different from the sthula sharira, that too in a paroksha way. But he has no clue of the difference between him and the sthula sharira as well as him and the karana sharira. This is another point we should remember. No, Purvapakshi is saying Shruti Pramanyat. On account of Shruti Pramana, we can say that the identification with the body, etc., is Gauna. Purvapakshi is saying. Then Siddhanti says, Tat na, it is not true. Why? Tat pramanyasya adrishta vishayatvat. Because the validity of the Shruti, the pramanya of the Shruti, is in the domain of adrishta. Adrishta vishayatvat. The validity of the Shruti is restricted to the domain of adrishta. Adrishta means what is not available for our direct perception. What is not available for our senses. It is called adrishta, like swarga, etc. Adrishta vishayatvat. This is the Sangraha Vakya. Now, Bhashyakara Siddhanti explains this Sangraha Vakya. Pratyakshadi pramana anupalabdhehi vishaye Agnihotradi sadhya sadhana sambandhe shrutehe pramanyam. So here adrishta vishaya means it is not available for any other pramana. So drishta can be understood as what is available for any other pramana, pratyakshadi pramana. Adrishta means what is not available for any other pramana. That is the domain of the validity of Shruti. See, pratyakshadi pramana anupalabdhehi vishaya. The vishaya, the object which is not available for pratyakshadi pramana, the other pramanas, pratyaksha adi, Adi includes Anumana, Upamana, Arthapatti, Anupalabdhi. All these are included. Agnihotradi sadhya sadhana sambandhe. And what is such thing, what is not available for pratyakshadi pramana? Agnihotradi sadhya sadhana sambandhe. The relation between Agnihotradi sadhana and their sadhya, the performance of Agnihotra, it is a sadhana. Agnihotra is a sadhana. This sadhana will lead to a particular sadhya, particular goal, swargadi. This relation, the relation between certain sadhana with their sadhya, it is not known by any other means. It has to be known only by Shruti Pramana. Shrutehe Pramanyam. The Shruti is valid in such matters. Na pratyakshadi vishaye, but not in pratyakshadi vishaya. What is available for pratyakshadi pramana, other pramana, there Shruti is not pramana. Adrishtadarshanartha vishayatvat pramanyasya, because the pramanya, the validity of Shruti is with respect to adrishtadarshanartha vishaya. So adrishta vishaya, the objects which are not available for other pramanas. That is where the Shruti is valid. The validity of the Shruti, the pramanya of the Shruti is only in adrishta vishaya. Tasmat, therefore, न दृष्टमिथ्याज्ञाननिमित्तस्य अहं प्रत्ययस्य देहादिसंघाते गौणत्वं कल्पयितुं शक्यम्. तस्मात्, therefore, dehadisanghate aham pratyayasya, the I identification with the dehadisanghata, it is drishta mithyajnana nimitta. It is mithyajnana nimitta. This is drishta. The mithyajnana is evident, and the I identification is on account of mithyajnana. Even that is evident. Through pratyaksha also it is evident, and through anumana also it is evident. We have already seen the anumana. Only when mithya pratyaya is there, then I identification is there. Otherwise it is not there. The anumana is also shown. Yeah. Drishta mithya jnana nimittasya. So it is because of mithya jnana, it is drishta. It is visible, known by pratyaksha as well as anumana pramana. Therefore, gaunatvam kalpayitum na shakyam. Therefore, even based on Shruti pramana, gaunatva cannot be accepted. Nahi Shrutishatam api शीतः अग्निः अप्रकाशो वा इति ब्रुवत् प्रामाण्यमुपैति. Shruti shatam api, even 100 Shruti Vakyas, even there are 100 Shruti Vakyas which say Agnihi Shitaha, fire is called aprakasho va, fire is dark, there is no light in fire. If even 100 Shrutis say this, Bruvat saying this, Pramanyam na upaiti, the Shruti will not attain validity just because it is Shruti. Even if there are 100 Shruti Vakyas, they will not get Pramanya, they will not get validity because it is contradictory to Pratyaksha Pramana. यदि ब्रूयात् शीतः अग्निः अप्रकाशो वा इति तथापि अर्थान्तरं श्रुतेः विवक्षितं कल्प्यं प्रामाण्यान्यथानुपपत्तेः प्रामाण्य अन्यथानुपपत्तेः अन्यथा अनुपपत्तेः न तु प्रमाणान्तरविरुद्धं स्ववचनविरुद्धं वा. No, the Shruti is a valid source of knowledge, and the Shruti cannot have any flaw. Being an apaurusheya source of knowledge, being an apaurusheya literature, body of words, Shabdarashi, the Shruti cannot have flaws. Therefore, every statement of the Shruti is valid. We cannot reject any particular statement of the Shruti. I will accept some statement of the Shruti, what is convenient for me, and I will reject certain statement of the Shruti because it does not seem convincing. One who has Shraddha does not do this. It is lack of Shraddha. Whatever is convenient to me, I will take. An Astika does not do this. For him, entire Shruti is Praman. That is what I was saying the other day. Ardhajaratiya Nyaya cannot be applied to Shruti Pramanya. Entire Shruti is Praman. So, since Shruti is Praman, every statement of the Shruti should have some validity. Now, suppose we come across certain statements in the Shruti which are contradictory to Pratyaksha Pramana. Then what should we do? Then Bhashyakara says, even if certain Shrutis seem to contradict Pratyaksha Pramana, in that case, we should not take it literally. The Shruti Vakyas which contradict Pratyaksha Pramana are not taken literally. It does not mean you have given up the Shruti Vakya. You are taking the Shruti Vakya as Pramana, but you are not taking the literal meaning of it because you have understood that this cannot be the meaning because this meaning contradicts the Pratyaksha Pramana. Therefore, it should have some other meaning. What he tries to say is something else. That is how we reinterpret the Shruti Pramana, Shruti Vakya, in such a way that it does not contradict the Pratyaksha Pramana. Mostly such statements are taken as stuti, a glorification. See, yadi bruyat, if at all the Shruti says such statements, statements like Agnihi Shitaha, fire is cold, Aprakasho va, or it is Aprakasha iti, tathapi, even then, Shrutehe Arthantaram Vivakshitam Kalpyam, we should understand that from this Shruti, another Artha, some other meaning is intended. Arthantaram Vivakshitam Kalpyam. Meaning it should not be taken literally. Why pramanya anyathanupapattehe? Otherwise, the Shruti Vakya will not have validity. If the Shruti Vakya contradicts Pratyaksha Pramana, it will lose its validity. Therefore, in order to maintain its validity, we should understand that it means something else. Natu pramanantara viruddham svachana viruddham va. We should not take a meaning which is pramanantara viruddha, which contradicts other pramana, like pratyaksha pramana, etc. And also we should not take a meaning which is svachana viruddha. Sometimes Shruti itself contradicts Shruti. Contradicts means seemingly contradicts, apparently contradicts. Really, there cannot be contradiction, but there is a seeming contradiction. Then what should we do? There are tools of interpretation. In Mimamsa Shastra, all such things are discussed in detail. See, we have to see which Shruti Vakya is stronger. There may be a Prabala Shruti Vakya, and then there may be another Durbala Shruti Vakya. The Durbala Shruti Vakya should be interpreted in accordance with the Prabala Shruti Vakya. So, which one is Durbala, which one is Prabala? All these are analyzed. So, it's an entire discipline of study in itself. There is an entire Mimamsa Shastra. In Mimamsa Shastra, we study how to interpret a Vedic statement. There are many tools of interpretation. It is a very elaborate Shastra. There are 12 chapters of Jaimini Sutras dedicated to this what do you call, technique of interpretation of any Shruti Vakya. So, even Svachana Viruddha Artha should not be imagined. For example, there is a statement in the Karma Kanda. Akshayam havai chaturmasya yajinas sukritam bhavati. One who performs a yajna called chaturmasyam, then he gets akshaya phala. Means the result will be eternal, akshaya, imperishable. So chaturmasya yaga leads to an akshaya phala. This is a Shruti Vakya. And if you see this statement directly, then it appears that as though if you if you do Chaturmasya Yaga, you are going to get eternal result. Eternally you can be in the Swarga. That is how the Shruti Vakya appears to. But this Shruti Vakya, Akshaya Phala, this contradicts some other Shruti Vakyas, like Nasti Akritah Kritena of Mundakopanishad. Any karma cannot produce Nitya Phala. Plavahyete adradha yajna rupaha. Another Shruti Vakya. Whatever is the phala of yajna is nashwara, vinashi. Tadyatheha punya karma chito lokaha kshiyate evameva mutra punya chito lokaha kshiyate. So there are many Shruti Vakyas which talk about the perishability of karma phala. Therefore, this Shruti Vakya, Akshayam havai chaturmasya sukritam bhavati, is contradicted by many Shruti Vakyas. Karma phala cannot be nitya. And not only it is contradicted by certain Shruti Vakyas, the other Shruti Vakyas are supported by logic also. Karma phala is perishable. This is supported by logic. What is the logic? Yadyat kritakam tat tat anityam. Whatever is kritaka, whatever is karma phala, it is anitya. It is seen in this world, it is observed in this world. Therefore, those Shruti Vakyas are supported by logics. Therefore, we cannot accept Akshayam havai chaturmasya yajina sukritam bhavati as a literal statement. It cannot be eternal, absolutely. Therefore, we have to interpret this statement in such a way that it does not contradict other Shruti Vakyas. How? Akshaya means long lasting. It may be lasting for many years, like permanent job. Permanent does not mean you will be there eternally like a Brahman. It is not like a Brahman. I got permanent job. It's not like getting Brahman. So in that case, if you get permanent job, then you don't have to study Vedanta. Many of you got permanent job and retired also. So that is how a particular Shruti Vakya is reinterpreted in such a way that it does not contradict other Pramanas as well as it does not contradict other Shruti Vakyas. Yeah. Therefore, even if supposing that there is a direct Shruti Vakya to say that the I identification with the body, etc., is Gauna, even then it cannot be accepted as valid. Yeah. Now Purvapakshi is asking again, Karmanaha मिथ्या प्रत्ययवत् कर्तृकत्वात् कर्तुः अभावे श्रुतेः अप्रामाण्यम् इति चेत्. Now another objection. So Siddhanti established that the I identification with the body is mithya. I am the doer. Even that is mithya pratyaya. I am the doer. I am doing. Everything is mithya pratyaya. So in that case, there is no real karta. Karta is not there. If I am the karta is mithya pratyaya. It is a false identification. I am the doer is a misconception. Then there is no real karta. If there is no real karta, then what will be the gati of the Shruti Vakyas which enjoin karma, do Agnihotra ityadi? If there is no karta, then even such Shruti Vakyas will become invalid. They will lose their pramanya. Because only if there is a karta, the karma vidhis will have relevance. If there is no karta at all, then the karma vidhis will lose their relevance. Therefore, they will lose their validity. That is Purvapaksha. See, karmana mithya pratyayavat kartrakatvat. If all karmas are performed by the people, by the kartas who have mithya pratyaya, means karma is based on the kartrutva, which is based on a misconception. In that case, kartuhu abhave, there will not be any karta at all, no real karta. In that case, shrutehe apramanyam, the shruti will become apramana. Iti chet, if it is so, then Siddhanti answers, na brahma vidyayam अर्थवत्वोपपत्तेः. Yeah. Now, Siddhanti answers Purvapakshi's objection, considering that the karma vidhis are not valid. For the time being, Siddhanti makes an assumption that the karma vidhis are not valid. Let the karma vidhis be not valid. But still the Shruti will not lose its relevance. Why? Because the same Shruti reveals the Brahman. So as far as Brahma Vidya is concerned, the relevance of the Shruti will remain intact, even if the karma vidhis are apramana. Brahma Vidyayam arthavattvopapattehe, the Shrutis are relevant in terms of Brahma Vidya. Arthavatva upapatte, their arthavatva, their relevance is possible with respect to Brahma Vidya. Therefore, Shrutihi apramanam, this cannot be said. Then Purvapakshi is raising a question. Karma vidhishutivat Brahma Vidya vidhishutehe अप्रामाण्य प्रसंगः इति चेत्. Now Purva Pakshi is saying, if karma vidhi shrutis are apramana, if karma vidhi shrutis are not valid, then even Brahma shrutis will not be valid. Even they will lose the validity. It is like, suppose I speak, I tell lies 90% of the time. What is the guarantee that 10% is true? If you have seen me telling lies, you will not trust even the other words I say. In the same manner, if 90% of Shruti is apramana, karma vidhi is more than 90%, 99%. If 99% is apramana, how can this one small Upanishad will be pramana? So he says, karma vidhi shruti vat. Just like karma vidhi shruti, brahma vidya vidhi shrute, even the shruti which reveals brahma vidya, apramanya prasangaha, even that will lose its validity. It will also become apramana. Iti chet, no, Siddhanti is saying, na बाधक प्रत्ययादुपपत्तेः यथा ब्रह्म विद्या विधिश्रुत्या आत्मनि अवगते देहादि संघाते अहम प्रत्ययः बाध्यते तथा आत्मनि एव आत्मावगतिः न कदाचित् केनचित् कथंचिदपि बाधितुं शक्या. Siddhanti says it is not so. Even if karma vidhi shrutis are apramana, Brahma shrutis cannot be apramana. Why? Because they cannot be negated. There cannot be badha. Badha means negation. Badhaka pratyaya anupapatte. With respect to Brahman, badhaka pratyaya, a knowledge which negates some other understanding, is called badhaka pratyaya. For example, ayam sarpaha, this is rope. This knowledge, it can have a badhaka pratyaya. It can have a knowledge which refutes this knowledge, which negates this knowledge. Iyam rajjuhu, this is rope. Iyam rajjuhu, it is badhaka pratyaya for ayam sarpaha. No, in the case of Brahmajnana, there cannot be a badhaka pratyaya. After Brahmajnana, you get another understanding, I am not Brahman. It is not possible. So, badhaka pratyaya anupapatte. For Brahmajnana, a badhaka pratyaya is not possible. Therefore, one cannot question its validity. One cannot shake its validity. Yatha, so this is Sangraha Vakya. Siddhanti explains this Sangraha Vakya. Yatha, just as Brahma Vidhi Shrutya, by Brahma Vidya Vidhi Shrutya, the Shruti which reveals Brahma Vidya is called Brahma Vidya Vidhi Shruti. Atmani Avagate, when the Atma is understood through Brahma Vidya Shruti, then Dehadi Sanghate Aham Pratyayaha Badhyate. The I identification with the Dehadi Sanghata is negated. Therefore, Brahma Vidya is a Badhaka Pratyaya of every other Pratyaya. I am the body, Jagat Satyam. All these understandings are negated by Aham Brahmasmi. So, Brahmajnana is a Badhaka Pratyaya with respect to all other identifications. So, Tatha, in the same manner, आत्मनि एव आत्मावगतिः न कदाचित् केनचित् कथञ्चिदपि बाधितुं शक्या. Atmani Atmavagati. Understanding the Atma, the true Atma as the Atma. Atmani, the true Atma. Understanding it as the Atma. This cannot be negated by anybody at any point of time. Kadachit, any time, at any point of time, kenachit, by anybody, kathanchidapi, in any way, badhitum na shakya, it cannot be negated. Phala vyatirekadavagatehe yatha agnihi ushnaha prakashascha iti phala avyatirekad avagatehe. So why Atma Pratyaya cannot be negated? Because in the case of Atma Jnana, the knowledge and phala are not different. The knowledge and result are not different. Jnana phala means attaining the Brahman, Brahma Prapti. After getting Jnana, you don't have to do anything for getting Brahman. Means as soon as you get Jnana, you have attained the phala also in the form of attainment of Brahman. So the phala is not distanced from the jnana. Therefore, as soon as you get jnana, the phala is evident. Therefore, Brahma jnana cannot become nishphala. It cannot become useless. Since it is not, it cannot be termed as nishphala. One cannot have doubt regarding its validity. When something does not work, you can have a doubt regarding its validity. When its working is seen, then you cannot have a doubt regarding its validity. So, phala avyatirekat avagatehe yatha agnihi ushnaha prakashascha iti. Just like agnihi ushnaha, somebody says fire is hot. So, fire is hot. Can somebody doubt this validity? Its validity cannot be doubted, because if you touch it will burn. When the phala is evident, the knowledge cannot be doubted. It cannot even be doubted. Then there is no question of negating the knowledge. So Agnihi Ushnaha Prakashascha iti. Just like in the knowledge, fire is hot, fire is luminous. How this knowledge cannot be negated, cannot be badhita. Badha is not possible. In the same manner, even Brahma Vidya cannot be negated. Therefore, Brahma Vidya is valid. Therefore, in the domain of Brahma Vidya, the Shruti is very much valid. And now Siddhanti is saying that even the Karma Vidhi Shruti is not aprama. Even Karma Vidhi Shruti has pramanya. How it has pramanya? Despite the karma being mithya, the Karma Vidhi Shruti is not aprama. So how it is not apramana, the author will show. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.